Hi, hello. This will be my second to third broadcast of Dragon's Quest Builders 2. I have several complaints, several ideas, and this is one of the complaints that I have is my retail sellers can only sell one item at a time per table, so my suggestion would be to set up a bell, bring your people to where you are selling items, which means that you should only be able to sell 2 items at a time, but there is a limited time window, which my window has just about ended. I really don't care for that. The time in the game does go really fast, but I hate the fact of the matter that they only sell at specific times. I wish that they would start a bit earlier so you're selling more items. You may need to put your lovely selling facility, doesn't really matter how you build it. You just need an area that is 2 blocks high. I've made it 3 blocks high to sell your items. The reason why I have made glass windows is so people can look inside. Your sellers will shout and try and cry to get attention of your villagers, but I believe that if this is not a high traffic area, that your villagers will not come around unless you hit the bell, which I have right here. Now, I kind of wish that this game had several items, which is basically a paint mixer to mix your paints, to mix white and black, to make gray, maybe mix red and pink to make a deeper pink, pink and purple to make maybe a lighter purple or even a darker purple with red and purple, make an orange with red and yellow, make a different color green with maybe a yellow and blue, or even a lighter green with green and yellow, or even green and white. So I believe that the color palette only leaving up to white, black, purple, pink, red, green, yellow, blue is a fairly decent selection, but I feel it's very limited selection. I wish that you had a smelter in order to be able to smelt your copper, iron, silver, gold, and even steel to basically paint any object that is paintable, like the floor blocks, the wall blocks, any tile blocks that you could possibly get your hands on, to make it look basically bronze, iron, silver, gold, and even steel, which would bring up your limitations of building said items, could even give you a better looking aesthetic because your blocks look like this. Having wood blocks to get more natural looking buildings is amazing. I personally don't think some of these items are that terribly cute, but this is the way that they have situated their items. I personally feel like anything with gold should be considered fancy more than cool. These 2 items have gold within them. So does this one. These ones are not capable of being dyed. I believe anything that has a regular color to it or a more neutral color to it will be dyeable, but these green blocks are not dyeable, and I have tested that out. Most of these wooden floors should be dyeable. This should, yeah, this says that you are capable of dyeing it. This is capable of dye. This you can dye. This one you can change color. This one is not changeable. Not changeable. You can. This is already dyed in blue. Now, another thing that me and my friend have discussed is a reset button. I kind of sort of wish that this was a possibility. Now, my thoughts on a reset button would be to use a statue this big, set it down. I would say like a statue of Horgoth, sorry, if I have mispronounced his name. Have Malroth with you. Malroth will see the statue about approximately this large. Go Angry Ham on it by changing into his Ulta Malroth form and smashing the entire a certain area to reset it. Basically, I feel like that area should be reset in a certain way, which if you have it here, for example, which is, what is it called again? It is called the Solarian Stupid? Sorry for my pronunciation. I am not very good at reading things, so please forgive me. I will just call this the winter area, the spring area, and the desert areas down here. So I believe that this area right here, this whole area right here, basically that statue should reset that entire area to after your villagers have made the castle area. I'm not 100% sure if it should reset the snowy fields area for you or not, or if it will it will just keep the snowy area in the way that you had made it, or if it will just reset that particular area so you can just come and refill wherever you feel like refilling is needed. I kind of sort of feel like it should, because if you have made damages like this large area that wasn't originally like this, and you kind of feel like you done the dumb, and you just want the area to come back to a more natural and more chaotic look, but you don't recall what it looks like, a reset of the area would be amazing. Now, another thing is I would suggest that if you have a statue of Horgoth to reset your area that is basically this large, or maybe even larger, my suggestion would at least be this large for a certain area, that you have a limited amount of statues of said reset capacity. My offer would be for 1 for this area, 2 for this area, 3 for this general area, 4 for this particular area, and maybe even 5. So you are limited to about 5, and I would suggest that you get these statues from Harry Hermit from the mountaintop. Now, if you want to reset the entire island, I would say that your statue should be twice as big or even 3 times as big. Aw, sillies. I thought I made you beds. Did I not make you beds? I'm pretty sure I made you beds. Sorry, off topic. So if you have a statue this large and the area was the one that I had showed you before, which is basically only this area being reset, and you want to reset all of this area and you get about at least 5 of these, so I would say that the statue size should be about 5 times bigger than this statue, so it could be quite large, and you can set it on top of the Harry Herman mountaintop. To where your flag should be. I would say come all the way up. Ignore my flag right now. I will be redoing that flag very soon. To come up here to place your very large statue right in this area. If you have your flag up and ready, it shouldn't reset your flag, but it could reset everything that you have done here on the top of this mountain all the way through to here, this entire island. So if you have messed up in any area, which I have done on my first save through on the shores, which oops, that was a big mistake. And Harry Herman over here will ask you if you really want to do that before you go and do it. Do I have any more for you? I am missing this. Okay. And then you can basically reset your entire area. So if you had made a dock like I had, which my dock is kind of a little wonky, then it should just reset it back to when you first came over here to this area. But after you had set up Lulu's little house, and maybe even after when you had made the party. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, that is spoilers. So any changes that you have done yourself, but your villagers have not done, but have done, will stay intact. So like this area that I have done over here will reset into basically whatever you had put. Moo. I wish to have some milk, please. Moo. Yay, milk. So thank you very much. I hope this was helpful, and I kind of hope that my ideas will come to the game, but if they don't, that's perfectly fine. I at least set up my ideas. Where's my other cows? I hope to see you guys again soon. Farewell!